Joining us now, Democratic Congressman from California, Eric Swalwell. He's a member of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. And Congressman Swalwell, you just heard Senator Klobuchar cheering you on in your committee, hoping that the developments now can unify your committee, the Senate committee, in their work. Just quickly, what is the temperature of the House of Representatives at the Intelligence Committee in terms of all the investigative work you've got to do now with these stunning, rolling revelations of the last 24 hours?
Lawrence, good evening. I hope that today's appointment of a special counsel is a wake-up call for my Republican colleagues and not an off-ramp to do what we're really charged to do, which is to understand what happened in the last election and reforms so it never happens again. You know, Lawrence, I want to really distinguish a special counsel from an independent commission. A special counsel is the Department of Justice's pursuit for crimes that may have occurred to find out if anyone should be held accountable. That's looking backward. Our job in Congress is to look forward, and we know Russia intends to attack us again. We know other countries have similar capabilities, so we would be well served to make sure that we put in place reforms so this never happens again. I believe that's through an independent commission. Elijah Cummings of Maryland, a colleague of mine, he and I wrote legislation back in December to do that, and today we put forward on the floor of the House of Representatives a way to force a vote on that issue. So we hope Republicans come forward and join us.
I want to read to you a statement the White House released that was written for the president. It says, "As I have stated many times, a thorough investigation will confirm that what we already know. There was no collusion between my campaign and any foreign entity. I look forward to this matter concluding quickly. In the meantime, I will never stop fighting for the people and the issues that matter most to the future of our country." What's your reaction to the president's statement?
Well, the cost of the president's alleged ties to Russia has become too much for our country to bear. It's actually affected all of our ability to stand up for people so they can put food on the table or a roof over their head or provide for their children. He's brought this town to a screeching halt, and that's why he needs to get out of the way of the investigations, stop obstructing from the tweets and the claims that he's made that have been proved baseless, to getting rid of the different individuals who are a part of the investigation. He needs to let this proceed and allow us to follow the evidence.
There are 11 Democratic senators have sent a letter, Elizabeth Warren, Richard Blumenthal, Ron Wyden, Ed Markey, it goes on, Tammy Duckworth, asking for the Inspector General of the Department of Justice to specifically investigate Jeff Sessions' involvement in the firing of James Comey and whether that violates Jeff Sessions' recusal from the Russia investigation. Do you think it violates the terms of his recusal?
Yes. I don't understand how you can be recused from an investigation but be a part of the decision to remove the chief investigator. He also should not be a part of the decision to hire a new FBI director who will be a part of what Andrew McCabe, the acting director, has described as a highly significant case.
Yeah, and so Jeff Sessions has, according to some reports, actually been involved in the interviewing and selection process of the person at the FBI, the new director, who will be responsible for this investigation that Jeff Sessions has recused himself from.
And you know, to the regular folks at home, and the people that I talked to last week on our recess, what they say is you can't fire the person investigating you. And if you are recused from an investigation like Jeff Sessions is, you shouldn't be a part of any decisions made in that investigation. It just doesn't look right, whether he is making decisions or not. The perception right now is that he's involved, and that's just wrong.
Congressman Eric Swalwell, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure, Lawrence.